Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. And today we are going to finish our diamond of the 3 crosses. And we're going to start with row 26. And in row 26 we're going to start decreasing. In row 25 we have 25 squares across here. So we're going to start decreasing on both ends now. We will be going down to 24 squares in this row. So in the first stitch we're going to slip stitch. In the second stitch we're going to slip stitch. But in the third stitch we're going to start our square. And with this green, try that again. That wasn't right. Alright. We need 6 of these. So there's 1. 2. 3. 'This here is our second corner right here. 4. 5. And 6. And then make sure you can see me. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we need brown. It looks like this brown is going to be carried all the way down here. And we need 2 brown. So there's 1. That's our third cross right there. There's 2. And then we need to bring up our blue. And we're needing 4 blue. So there's 1. 2. 3. And 4. Alright, and now we're going to go back to brown. And we need 6 brown now. So there's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we're going back to blue. We're going to leave that brown behind. And now I need 3 blue. And there's 3 right here. We're going to go to green. No, we're not. We're going to go to purple. I need to bring this purple back up. Alright. So we need 2 of them. 2 purple and 1 green. And that will finish this off. And then this is the last one of the green right here. And then we slip stitch right here. And that row is done. And there's what it looks like for row 26. And like I said, you should have 24 squares. And a pair of scissors. Alright, so we're done with this purple. And I'm going to, the purple and the lavender, we're going to cut off. Because we're done with those. We're going to need them later though. So, but they don't need to be attached here. Okay, so row 26 is done. Row 27 is next. Chain 1 and turn. And we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches. And then start our green in the 3rd stitch. And the next one is also green. And then we're going to go to blue. And we need 4 blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to go to brown. And we need 5 brown. There's 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Alright, and now we need to go back to the blue. We're going to carry this brown because we're not done with it. We need 4 blue. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. And then we need 2 brown. So there's 1. 2. And then we need to go to the blue. We need 1 blue. And then switch over to the green. And then 5. Wait a minute, I'm looking at the right one. Yeah, 5 green will. We need 5 green next. There it is. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5, and then we're going to slip stitch right here, and that is row 27, and that's what it should look like now. Mark off row 27. We're going to try to get through this. I've got a little bit of a raspy throat and starting to lose my voice, so hopefully we get through this today. Alright, so chain 1 and turn. And with green, we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches first. And then we're going to start our square right here. We need 3 green. This is the third one here. And then we're going to switch over to blue. And we need 3 blue. So there's 1. 2. And there's 3. Switching over to brown. We need 2 brown. One. And 2. And switching back to blue. We need 4 blue. So there's 1. 2. 3. And 4. Alright, now we need to switch back to the brown. And we need 4 brown. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. Switching back to the blue. We need 5 blue and a green to finish off this row. So there's 1. 2. 3, 4, 5, and then we need 1 green here. And then we'll slip stitch here, and that is the end of row 28. And this is what it looks like. What row 28 looks like. There you go. Let's mark it off. Row 29. Chain 1 and turn. And we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches. And then start our square in the third, which is the green. And there's only 1 green, so we're going to be switching over to blue next. And I need to bring this green this way. And now I need 5 blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to bring up the brown. And we need 3 brown. So there's 1. 2. 3. Alright, bring back the blue. We need 2 blue. And then go back to brown. And then we need 1 brown. Back to blue. 1 blue. And then back to brown. And we need 2 brown. And then we're going to go back to blue, and we need 5 blue and 1 green to finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back to the green, and this is the last one, and then slip stitch, and there is row 29. Marking off our row. Row 30. In row 30, we should be down to 20 squares. So we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And then we're going to slip stitch in the first 2. And then we're going to start our square in the third. So we only need 1 green, so we're going to switch over to blue. And we're going to do 5 blue. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch up to brown. And we need 4 brown. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then switching back over to blue. We need 1 blue. Switching back to brown. We need 4 brown. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to go back to blue, and then we need 4 blue and a green. We'll finish off this row. But we're going to leave that brown behind. I don't need that brown anymore. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one is green. Slip stitch here. And this there is row 30. And we're down to 20 squares in row 30. Row 31. We're going to chain 1 and turn. And we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches. And then we're going to start our first square and the third, and then switch over to blue. So we need 3 blue, 2, 3, 5, and then we need 5 brown. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to switch back to blue. For 1 blue. So 1 blue here. And then back to brown. And we need 3 brown. Alright, now we're going to switch the blue. And we're going to finish off this row with 5 blue and a green. And that will end it. We're going to leave that brown behind. There's 3. 4. 5. And there we go. So there is row 31 finished. Row 32. We're going to chain 1 and turn. Alright, so we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches. Start our green square here in the 3rd. Switching over to blue. And we need 5 blue. So there's 2. 1. That's 1. This is 2. Three, 4, and 5. Get a drink. Alright. Now let's switch over to brown. And we need 2 brown. Switching over to blue. And putting 1 blue in. And then back to brown. And now we need 6 brown. So there's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is 6. Alright, now we need to switch back to blue, and we need 4 blue and a green to finish off this row. No, 2 blue and a green. Not 4, 2. I was going to say, where did I mess up? And there we have it. Alright. Our crosses are just about finished. A few more rows, it looks like. Exactly 3 more rows. Alright. So 33 is we're going to chain 1 and turn. And we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches. And then start our square in the third. Alright, go to blue. And we need 2 blue. And go to brown. And now we need 2 brown. And then back to blue with 1 blue. And then back to brown. And we need 2 brown. Again. Alright, and then back to blue, and we need 1 blue. Back to brown. Now we need 3 brown. Alright, so there's 1. 2. and 3. And then we're going back to the blue. And we need 4 blue and 1 green to finish off this row. Well, that would help if I kind of started that stitch first. There we go. So 4 blue and a green. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. And here's our green. Oh, there it is. Alright, so that was row 33. And row 34 is next. Chain 1 and turn. And we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches. And start in our square in the 3rd stitch. And now we need to go to green, or blue. And we need 3 blue. So there's 1. 2. And 3. And then we need to go to brown. We need 4 brown. First of all, we need to bring this forward. There we go. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. And then we need to switch back to blue. And we need 1 blue. And switching back to the brown. We need 1 brown. And then going back to the blue. We need 2 blue. And then back to the brown. And we just need 1 brown here. Alright. And then we're going back to the blue. And then we just need 2 blue and a green to finish off this row. And there we have it. Looks like we just finished up that cross. We'll finish up this cross next. Alright. 34 is done. 35. 35 is the last of the brown. Alright, so we are going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches. And then start our square in that 3rd stitch. And then we're going to go to blue. And we need 7 blue. So there's 1. Here's 1. I'm bringing up this brown to take with me. Two. Three. 4. 5. 6. 7. Alright, so now we need to go back to the brown. Alright, so we're going to go brown, blue, brown next. So brown, blue, I did not put that in the right stitch. This brown's not in the right stitch. Oh, I know what I did now. Alright, so brown, blue, and then back to brown. Alright, and then we need 3 blue and a green to finish off this row. There's 1, 2, 3, and then we need a green. And there we go. Alright, so that finishes off that cross, which means we are not going to need this brown anymore. The last row of browns. I cut that off. And mark off row 35, which we should have 15 squares with 35. So 36, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. Slip stitch to the 3rd stitch. So slip stitch in the 1st and the 2nd. And in the 3rd, we need to put our first green square in. And this 36 is a very easy row. So we're down to 14 squares, so we just need 12 blue. It's 1 green, 12 blue, 1 green. So there's 1. There's 2. Three. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. And there we go. With the green, and there we go. So easy, easy row. All the rest of these rows are going to be that easy. Alright. So 37 and 38 will be green, 11 blue and green, and 38 will be green, 10 blue and green. So we're just putting blues in between the greens. Nope. We need to switch over right here to the green. Alright, chain 1 and turn, and do 38 the same way. And there's 39, 8 rows. 38 rows. Alright, let's get ready for 39. Come on. Alright. So we're continuing to do the same thing for 39, 40, 41, and 42. When we get to 6 blues, it's going to change. Alright. $39. So in 39, you're going to need 9 blues. Oh, switching back over to green to do this last stitch. Row 40, you're going to need 8 blues. And also you'll be down to 10 squares in row 40. So chain 1, or slip stitch in the first 2, and then start our square. Alright, so there's row 40, row 41. You're down to blue, 7 blue squares between the greens. Alright, and 42. We'll be down to 6 blue squares in between your green squares. Alright, so we just finished up 42. So, let's see, we just got 39, 40, 41, and 42. And now we're going to go to 43. Chain 1 and turn. Alright, so this ends up being 1 green, and we're going to do 2 blue. So it's 1 green, 2 blue, 1 green, 2 blue, and 1 green all the way across. And then here's our last one is green. So row 43 looks like this. "44. Drop that clip. Alright. Chain 1 and turn. Slip stitch in the first 2 stitches. And then start your square in the third. And go to blue. And then we need 1 blue. And we're bringing back the purple. We're going to start that flower again. And we are going to need 2 of them. Oh, come on. So there's 1. And 2. Leaving that behind. Go back to our blue. And then we need 1 blue and 1 green. And that will finish up this row. And there you go. And that's what row 44 looks like. Let's mark that off. "45. We'll be down to 5 squares in row 45. So we are going to chain 1 and turn our work. And slip stitch in the first 2 stitches. Alright, and then we are needing 2 green. Yeah, I guess we're done with that blue. We can actually cut that blue off because that blue is done. So there's 1. And 2. Then we got to bring that lavender back. So 5 squares. It's 2 green, 1 lavender, and 2 green. We're also going to bring this purple up here because we're going to need it for the next row. Bring this green out. Now I need 2 green here. And then that was 45, so 46. We're down to 4 squares. So it'll be 1 green, 2 purple, and 1 green. And we are pretty much done with this lavender. So let's cut that off. Bring up this purple. Then we switch over to the green and put our green in. Alright, that purple can also be cut off. We don't need either one of those anymore. We just need the green now. Alright, so we're going to chain 1 and turn for 47, which will be down to 3 squares, so it's just 3 green. And then 48 will be down to 2 squares. And it was just 2 green. And then 49, chain 1 and turn. We're down to 1 square, which is also green. And there you have it. We can also cut that off. Alright, so this is our diamond. So we can see the whole diamond. There we go. Which is 3 crosses, which is cool. Alright, and so I'm going to sew down my ends and then I'll be back to show you how to do the border. Okay, so you'll figure out which side that you like the best, which I don't think. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. So, whatever side you like the best, make sure that you're looking at the back of it. Yeah. I don't think it matters. Alright. We're going to start at the top of our diamond, the top part of it, and we're going to work. This is the top of it. If you can see this. It's about as far as I can get you. Alright, so the top of it, there's a long side and there's short side. These two sides here are long sides, and the bottom two are short sides. So you want to start at the top of the long side. And we're going to slip stitch into this corner. And I'm going to work in this end as I go. Chain 1, and we're going to put 2 half double crochets in there, in that corner. Now this one we're going to put a half double crochet in the next stitch, and then you're going to put one here. Alright, and then you'll see the next, there's 3 stitches. So you'll do half double crochet in those next 3 stitches, 1 in each, or there's 2 there, I guess. So here's 3. Goodness. And then you'll see the next 2. So put 1 in each of the next 2. And then you'll see there's 3. So you put 1 in each of the next 3. I'm going to do that all the way down the side. And by the time you get to the end of this, you should have about 59 stitches. So I'm going to do mine off camera, and I will let you get yours done, and I'll meet you at the other end here. Alright, so I got another stitch here before I get to this corner. And now I'm at this other corner, and we're going to put 2 half double crochets in this corner. Chain 2 and 2 half double crochets. Alright, and then now we're going to work down the short side. And you should have about 49 stitches on the short side. So there is, here we got a double crochet here. You're going to work 2 half double crochets around that. And then there's a space right here between right here. You're just going to put a half double crochet in there. And then right here, where we put 3 stitches in that stitch, just put 1 there. And then you're just going to do that all the way down. So 2 around there, 1 here, and 1 here. And a 2 around here. 1 in this little spot, and 1 here. Okay, and you're going to go all the way down like that, and you're just going to go all the way around. Because your corners will be 4 or 2 half double crochet, chain 2, 2 half double crochet, and just make sure you have 49 stitches on the short sides and 59 stitches on the long sides. So we're going to go all the way around, and I will meet you where we began this round. Okay, so I'm all the way around there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this corner. And I'm going to put 2 half double crochets in here. And then I'm going to connect it with a half double crochet to form this corner. So we're going to chain 1. And then we're going to put 2 half double crochets in this corner for row 2 of this border. Alright, and then in the front loop only, we're going to half double crochet in front loops only. And then when you get to the corners, we're doing the corners the same, which is 2 half double crochet, chain 2, 2 half double crochet. So we're going to go all the way around it like this, and I will see you at the end of this round. Okay, so we're back and we've got second row done. Chain 1, we're going to turn this whole thing around so that this side is facing us, which would be the right side. And then you see these ridges. Alright, so we are going to, in this corner, we're going to put 3 single crochets in there. And then in the back loop only, we're just going to single crochet down the side. And then we're going to have 2 sets of ridges here after that. So anyway, and then make sure in the corners, we're just putting 3 single crochet in the corners. And you're going to do that all the way around. And I hope you guys had a lot of fun making this diamond with me. I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and bye-bye now.